Howdy, and welcome back to Disco Elysium with Wickedstorm Gaming, where... Can I steal that drink? No. Any bottles over here I can steal? I need them for, Kim is not answering the door. Oh, this door.
The door is closed.
Nah. I think this lady's been killed or something. Like, legitimately. Like, we talked to her, like, when we first knew. Kim? Where am I? Hey, there she is. Cool beans. Oh, good morning, Kim.
Morning.
Yes.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up.
Oh.
They look rowdy. We should talk to them. Everything points to the dock workers' union. The belt used for hanging him, tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information, which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here.
Is he still working on that damn bird?
Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's done by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
Well, at least they pay, like you said.
To worry about.
30 experience. Man, I'm just getting crazy experience all of a sudden. Oh, loose threads, let's worry. Blah, 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 blah. So here, she's calling reinforcements.
Just escalate tensions.
Yeah.
No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Well, I mean, I have a crowbar, but no gun. I can take out maybe one of them.
About that mortal danger. Just calmly factoring it in. Your fists clench and your pulse rises uncomfortably.
Oh no.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Weren't we supposed to talk to them about helping us get the body down?
Power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
I feel like he's hinting at just not talking to them right now.
Can I help you?
You beat my bill for tonight. No. Hello.
Just a moment. And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Oh, no.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Howdy, Linda. Sorry, man, didn't mean to interrupt because tell me how I may make it up to you. Howdy.
Please don't trouble yourself about me,
Howdy.
sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
None of the phone
A
lines work.
faint smile tells you she appreciates the effort. But at the moment, her mind is on more serious matters.
The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too. The manager was vague about it. To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. But they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Well, that doesn't bode well.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
Am I, though? Am I really?
You have more important things to worry about. Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
I know, the waterlock is busted.
The waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Yeah, who's this Gary person?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come.
Okay,
I trust him with... Oh, my. What happened to the waterlock?
You may not believe it, some crazed maniac crashed a motor carriage into it. Wouldn't you know it's blocked by a big butter billboard. Fell right in the water. Yeah.
Oh, sweetie. If it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, no, I was trying to get across that fucking thing, too.
You're welcome.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
I mean, I think it will. There's a whole fucking quest about getting across
This will
that.
surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
Really?
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets
Yes.
so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
Well, I hope you brought a coat.
Oh, you're such a dear.
Such a sweetie.
Thank you, sweetie.
So sweet. Your husband's some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
Aren't those the guys who, like, go looking for Bigfoot and shit?
It's a pseudoscience
Yeah.
that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
He sounds unimpressed. I'm very impressed.
That's one opinion, yes.
Yes.
And people are entitled to their opinions.
Yeah, she deals with this a lot.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles.
Ooh.
They are her own.
Oh. Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids.
There's
Hell
really
yeah.
no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work.
You know what I was going to say?
Go on and ask.
I will.
Oh, I'd be delighted.
Cool beans! Tell me about
I
Mothman.
could...
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
But I'd like the cryptid
And I
extravaganza.
don't.
Oh.
Just one.
Or he'll be disappointed in you.
No, kid.
Tough choice there.
Most dangerous cryptids are cryptid on this pen you gave me. Invisible cryptid, educational sound. Dangerous.
The gnome of Jeroma.
Oh, God, I heard about that. It's a gnome.
It is. None of his victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue. It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and a gangly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying.
I think this
They
is a
heard
real
an
thing.
odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it.
Hold on a second. I feel like this is an actual thing that I've heard about. Let me go to Google real quick. What was it called? Something about a gnome? The gnome of... Gnome of... Hold on. Eve... Alma? Alright. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Cryptids, huh? Grody little fucker. Creature's blue skin, spots on his face, long it's there 1889 on Spanish TV. A hunter captured the being. He reported that he was traveling along the forest near Olot, where the fuck that is, Hunter said that he heard a very strange, high-pitched groans. When the hunter looked over to see where the nose was located, he saw the small monster. He went away from him. The hunter managed to capture the creature by holding it under a blanket. The creature declined 12 food the hunter gave it. The creature only lived for a day, then died. After his death, Angel Gore preserved the corpse in a jar. Cool. Oh, yeah. It's in like a peanut butter jar. Like, legitimately a Jiffy peanut butter jar. After its death, it said it's a monster. Could be a mutation or a prehistoric animal conserved due to freezing, but not a new species. The biologist John also said that it was not a new species. Hoax. Pedro Pala and the biologist speculated it could be the fetus of a ruminant, maybe a calf of 3 months. Discovered that the hunter never existed, and the dead animal was found by Manuel Tillo, inhabitant of Guiana, who put it in a jar and made some photos. Yeah, I have a picture of it here. I don't know if... Can I put that on here? I might be able to put this in. I don't know. It's like legitimately just in a fucking peanut butter jar. Just in a fucking peanut butter. Like, they couldn't even get a glass jar. It looks like they put it in a peanut butter jar with just water that turned brown and gross from having a dead thing in it. Huh. That's interesting. All right.
It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
Yeah, because it refused to eat,
If the body
supposedly.
of the creature was found, why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks, confirming the existence of this very little species?
Even if it's not real, they could have just drawn a thing, though. Like,
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
I hate to tell you this, Kim. I'm doing all of them.
Hey,
That
you promised you'd only ask about one cryptid.
Right. Shit, we made a promise. But Kim, don't you want to hear about another cryptid too? I mean, do you really want to go talk to the angry fucking dock workers? It would be dishonorable.
I'm glad you see it that way.
Yeah.
Do we have anything more to do here?
Yeah.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
It's fascinating, but it's boring. That's a fucking oxymoron. What the hell?
Lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
But Kim, I really want to know.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically,
The
but
fuck is a phasmid?
Oh, yeah. Here comes the interesting.
where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insular Indian coast.
So it's like a stick bug, but vertical?
Hence its name, the Insular Indian phasmid.
Hmm.
Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
That could be fun.
There's a touch of awe in the way she enunciated the creature's name.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
I mean, damn straight we are.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you.
I mean, to be fair, of all the cryptids out there, a fucking, like, a tall stick bug doesn't seem that crazy. Have you seen actual stick bugs?
It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
Is it dangerous?
Not at all.
Yeah.
Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
As an ambush predator.
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie. Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds.
Again, that's
It's
not
how
that...
it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
Again, like, that's not that crazy. There could very well just be an insect that just hangs out in the reeds and looks like a stick.
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
Interesting. Maybe the phasmid made the teenagers make out.
I doubt it.
Damn.
It's not like teenagers need much encouragement in that regard.
Of
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insul Indian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at. Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is
it's
very special.
I mean, stick bugs usually live in, like, tropic climates, so one being here where it's cold as shit would be something, I guess.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Okay.
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
Basic physical description, please.
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy,
That's
but
not gonna help me.
his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame.
All right, short,
and
chunky
he
boy.
has longish white hair.
Old,
usually
chunky
a bit
boy.
Uncombed. You might say wild, even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
Hey, I thought you didn't have any interest in this, Kim.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
So probably a big-ass backpack.
We'll be celebrating
Got it.
our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the
Shit, this
most
is less
numerically
helpful in
satisfying
finding him.
anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
Okay.
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident. And he just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I hope I've been useful.
You know, to hell with it. Let's have more cryptids.
Yay, Kim!
Officers. Is there a particular cryptid you...
Hey,
The big one.
you promised.
You
only
just
asked
said,
about
"Let's
one
hear more."
cryptid.
You
The
just said.
lieutenant pauses. Something in him breaks.
Ah, fuck it. Let's have more cryptids.
Yeah, you want to know
Well,
too.
The biggest cryptid is, of course, the horrible giant of Kokonur.
Okay, I'm going to Google. Alright. The horrible giant Okay, unlike the gnome, this isn't auto-completing, so I think this one might be made up for the game. Kokonor. Yeah. This one's just in the game. The gnome is an actual one, though.
The giant
Like an actual
lives
cryptid.
in the most arid parts of the vast Kokonur Desert in South Samara, casting a strange light across the barren wastes.
What do you... It's Bigfoot with a floodlight? What?
Mirage or psychogenous luminance.
The hell is psychogenous?
No one knows for sure. It is like an awful
Oh.
mountain appearing from below the horizon and expanding to cover almost a third of your field of vision.
Anything that big is dangerous, whether it means to be or not. Like, whales are super dangerous. Like, they're super gentle giants and all that, but they're also just fucking massive, and you might as well not exist. Like, they'll accidentally crush you in your little kayak like you would accidentally crush a grasshopper on the sidewalk. Like, you won't even know.
The towering luminosity.
It didn't do it on purpose, but you
is a
won't know.
bad omen in local folklore.
Uh-oh.
Some say it's a fata morgana. Others, fate unimaginable.
Is it? Did you just say the same thing twice in different languages?
Oui. No animal can be that large. It's a mirage.
I mean, brontosauruses were pretty big.
That's what makes it so peculiar. A species surviving at the very limits of scientific law. The giant of Kokonur must be the largest animal the planet can support.
Again, I don't know, like, the physics of this world. I don't know the rules, so it could be real. I don't fucking know.
There are limits, you see, to how large a metabolism an ecosystem can beget. Some say a gravity anomaly below the Kokonur Desert might allow the creature to grow to these gargantuan sizes.
I'm just sitting here thinking about those, like, fucking giant spider crab things that live up in the Arctic, just get ungodly fucking huge. And I have no idea why. Like, it's just cold as shit up there. You'd think, like, cold, you're going to be all small and condensed, so you'd be, like, conserve energy, just keeping yourself warm. But these fuckers are all, like, spindly and shit.
Great. This is great shit. You need more.
I do need more, yeah.
Cryobacter catlensis.
Immediately she answers.
Yes, a unicellular bacterium that was discovered in one of the northernmost points of Kotla on the Boreal Plateau by renowned geologist Caitlin Mijanou some 70 years ago.
I wish I could just copy paste the names, man, because these are, that's like, this is, cool.
Bacterial colony Mijanou found had remained alive while frozen in ice for longer than anyone could reliably estimate. Certainly from before recorded history.
I need to Google this again, don't I? Yeah, dude, back to Google. Damn it. I want to know, like how many of these cryptids they're making up for the game and how many are actual things. Cryo... Yeah, this one isn't auto completing either, so I think this is just Disco Elysium. So the gnome was an actual fucking cryptid. Everything else so far has been like made up for the game.
Mijanou disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study.
Why the fuck would you do
In
that?
hopes of prolonging her own life.
What the fuck?
Yes. The bacteria had survived in the ice since times immemorial. It is not hard to see where she could have gotten the idea.
What kind of fucking idiot goes, hey, I found this random fucking disease in the ice. I'm gonna shove this bitch in my arm. What the hell?
It's actually a little hard to see.
It's kind of hard to see.
But do go on.
Yeah. There's an immortal... It definitely worked, 100%.
Yes, and she's quite mad, too. After she treated herself with the bacteria, she stopped aging, but also became increasingly eccentric and irascible, so that even her oldest friends were forced to pull away. We can assume that she has been living somewhere in the wilderness for decades now, all alone except for the Cryobacter catlensis coursing through her bloodstream.
That's a bitch to say, isn't it? Anyway, for now, we'll find out more about this next time, because I am going right back in
Cryobacter catlensis, yes,
to see what the hell.
Bacterial colony Mijanou disappeared shortly after injecting herself with the bacteria she had brought back to study. No doubt in hopes of prolonging her own life.
Yeah. Anyway, crazy fucking scientists injecting themselves with ancient diseases aside, like it if you liked it, subscribe if you want, share it if you can, do what you want, check out the Patreon if you want to support the channel. I'll see you next time. Have fun.